Have you ever wished there was just one simple recipe, right from your own kitchen, that could lower your blood sugar, fight off high cholesterol, and keep your heart strong, all without expensive pills, painful side effects, or complicated diets? Think about it for a second. How many times have you walked into your kitchen, opened the fridge or cupboard, and thought to yourself, if only the answer to my health could be something this simple? You've probably tried different diets, heard conflicting advice from doctors, or maybe even felt lost in a sea of health tips that all seem too difficult to follow. But here's the truth, sometimes the most powerful remedies are the ones that have been sitting in front of us all along. And that's why this matters. Because for so many seniors, managing health becomes a full-time job. You know how it feels. One day it's blood pressure pills, the next day it's cholesterol tablets, and before you know it, you're juggling a handful of medications before you've even had breakfast. The appointments, the restrictions, the never-ending list of don'ts, don't eat this, don't eat that. It can feel overwhelming, exhausting, and honestly, discouraging. But what if I told you that nature has already given us something different? Something simple. Something you can make in minutes. Something delicious, warm, and comforting. A recipe that not only nourishes your body but quietly works behind the scenes, helping to balance your blood sugar, ease the strain on your heart, and gently bring down cholesterol levels. And here's the exciting part, by the time we finish this video, you'll know exactly what this recipe is, how to prepare it, and why it works. Not because it's some miracle cure, but because science and tradition both agree, it's powerful. And the best part? It's probably already in your kitchen. So here's what I want you to do before we dive deeper. Pause for just a moment and think about your own health. Think about your heart, your energy, your daily struggles. And if you're ready to take even a small step toward feeling better, I want you to write "healthy heart" in the comments right now. It's a simple way of saying, yes, I'm ready for this change. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Tips. Because here, we believe aging doesn't have to mean decline. It can mean wisdom, strength, and the joy of living with health on your side. Let's uncover this recipe together. For centuries, in kitchens all over the world, there has been one humble ingredient that people didn't just use for food, they used it as medicine. Families passed it down, generation after generation, not because it was fancy or expensive, but because it worked. And here's the beautiful part. You probably have it sitting in your kitchen right now, waiting to be used the way it was always meant to be. That ingredient is oats. But not just oats on their own. When you bring them together with a touch of cinnamon and a drizzle of raw honey, they transform into something powerful, something that does far more than fill your stomach. This blend has been shown to lower blood sugar, fight high cholesterol, and even give your heart the care it desperately needs. Now let's break it down. Oats are rich in something called soluble fiber. And this fiber acts like a sponge inside your body. Picture it soaking up the bad cholesterol, the kind that clogs your arteries, and carrying it away. That's why researchers have called oats one of the simplest, most effective foods you can eat to protect your heart. Then there's cinnamon. Not only does it bring a warm, comforting flavor, but studies have shown that cinnamon helps your body manage blood sugar. It makes your cells more sensitive to insulin, which means your blood sugar doesn't spike and crash the way it normally would after a meal. Instead, it stays steady, keeping your energy more balanced throughout the day. And let's not forget honey, when used in moderation. Raw honey is filled with antioxidants that protect your cells from damage. It helps reduce inflammation, supports your immune system, and yes, it even has a protective effect on your heart. Now here's the part most people overlook. Many think, that sounds too simple. Can a bowl of oats, cinnamon, and honey really make that much of a difference? But the truth is, it can. In fact, research shows that foods like these, eaten consistently, can be just as powerful as some medications, without the side effects. That's because food works with your body in a natural way, gently, steadily, over time. So if you've ever thought to yourself, it has to be complicated to work, remember this, sometimes the answers are simple. Sometimes the solution has been right under your nose the whole time. And here's a practical tip. If you want to get the most out of this recipe, the best time to enjoy it is in the morning. Eating oats with cinnamon and honey for breakfast gives your body a head start, it keeps your blood sugar steady, gives you energy, and sets the tone for healthier choices throughout the day. But just knowing the ingredient isn't enough. The way you prepare it, the way you put it together, makes all the difference. Imagine this for a moment. Two people sit down to eat the exact same food. One of them walks away feeling energized, nourished, and over time, begins to notice real improvements in their health. The other? They feel almost nothing. Their numbers hardly change, their energy still dips, and they're left wondering why it didn't work. The difference isn't the food itself, it's how it was prepared. And that's the hidden truth about this recipe. The preparation matters more than most people realize. Let's start with the oats. You might have noticed that there are so many kinds at the store: instant oats in little packets, quick oats, rolled oats, steel-cut oats. The problem is, instant oats are processed in a way that strips away some of the goodness. They cook fast, yes, but they also raise your blood sugar much quicker. It's like giving your body a sugar rush instead of a steady stream of energy. If you want the real benefits, you need to go for slow-cooked oats, rolled or steel-cut. These take a little more time, but what they give back to your body is worth every extra minute. They release energy slowly, keeping your blood sugar steady and your heart protected. Then there's the cinnamon. Not all cinnamon is the same. Fresh, high-quality cinnamon packs far more power than the cheap, stale jars that have been sitting on shelves for years. The fresher it is, the stronger its natural compounds are in helping regulate your blood sugar. A little sprinkle can go a long way. And honey. Here's where so many people go wrong. They grab a bottle of processed honey that's been heated, filtered, and stripped of its natural goodness. That's not what your body needs. If you're going to use honey, make sure it's raw and natural. That's where the antioxidants live, that's where the healing properties come from. Now let me share a common mistake I see so often. People think, if a little honey is good, then a lot must be even better. So, they drown their bowl in sugar, extra sweeteners, or flavored syrups. And just like that, the benefits disappear. Instead of lowering blood sugar, you end up spiking it. Instead of protecting your heart, you're straining it. More is not better here, moderation is key. So how do you do it right? It's simple. Start with half a cup of rolled or steel-cut oats, simmer them slowly in water or a milk of your choice until they're creamy and tender. Once it's ready, add just half a teaspoon of fresh cinnamon. Stir it in while it's still warm so the flavor melts right through. Then, drizzle a single teaspoon of raw honey over the top, not too much, just enough to add sweetness without overpowering the benefits. What you'll have is more than breakfast. It's comfort in a bowl. It's food that works with your body instead of against it. And now that you know how to prepare it the right way, let's talk about why it works so powerfully inside the body. Think about the last time you ate a meal and, not long after, you felt shaky, weak, or just plain tired. Maybe you thought, why do I feel like this when I just ate? That's often your blood sugar talking, spiking up too high, then crashing right back down. It's a cycle so many people live with every day without even realizing it. And for seniors, it can be even more dangerous because those spikes and crashes put constant stress on your body. This is where our simple recipe becomes a powerful ally. The cinnamon you add isn't just for flavor. Science shows that cinnamon helps your body respond better to insulin. It makes your cells more sensitive, almost like unlocking a door so sugar can enter gently instead of forcing its way in. That means your blood sugar stays steadier, instead of swinging up and down like a roller coaster. And the oats, they do something just as important. Instead of breaking down quickly like white bread or sugary cereals, oats release glucose slowly, over time. Imagine it as a steady drip of fuel into your system, giving you balanced energy instead of a sudden surge that leaves you crashing later. Together, the oats and cinnamon work hand in hand, keeping your blood sugar calm, steady, and manageable. Now, here's a big misconception I hear often: some seniors believe they need to avoid all carbs completely. They think, carbs are bad, they'll only raise my sugar. But the truth is, not all carbs are created equal. Processed, sugary carbs can hurt your health, yes, but whole grains like oats are different. They're packed with fiber, vitamins, and minerals that your body actually needs. The key is choosing the right kind and preparing them the right way. So here's a simple tip: eat this recipe in the morning. Why? Because starting your day with stable blood sugar sets the tone for the rest of the day. Instead of crashing mid-morning or feeling sluggish after lunch, you'll have more even energy, more focus, and fewer cravings for unhealthy snacks. And once your blood sugar is steady, your body has a better chance to stay balanced in other ways too. But blood sugar is only one piece of the puzzle. There's another silent threat that hides in the background, often unnoticed until it's too late. And that's cholesterol. Doctors often warn us about high cholesterol, don't they? You sit in the office, and they look over your blood test results, shaking their head. They tell you the numbers are too high, that you need to be careful, maybe even prescribe another pill. But here's what they rarely explain: your everyday food choices can directly help. What you eat has the power to either build up cholesterol in your body, or gently wash it away. And that's where our simple recipe comes in. The oats are rich in something called beta-glucan. Now, that might sound like a complicated word, but here's what it does: it acts like a magnet inside your gut. As you eat, beta-glucan binds itself to the cholesterol floating around from your food. And instead of letting that cholesterol sneak into your bloodstream and clog your arteries, it helps carry it out of your body. Day by day, bite by bite, it helps lower your LDL, the so-called bad cholesterol that puts your heart at risk. But oats don't work alone. Cinnamon and honey add their own layer of protection. Cinnamon reduces inflammation, calming down the hidden fires in your blood vessels that can make cholesterol damage worse. Honey, in its raw form, is filled with antioxidants that protect your heart cells, keeping them strong and resilient. Together, they don't just make your breakfast taste better, they turn it into a shield for your heart. Here's the problem, though. Too many people believe that cholesterol can only be managed with medication. And while medicine has its place, lifestyle choices often get overlooked. The truth is, simple foods like this, eaten regularly, have been shown to make a measurable difference. It doesn't happen overnight, but over weeks and months, the change adds up. It's slow, steady progress that builds a stronger foundation for your health. So here's my advice: make this recipe a part of your routine. Not once in a while, not once a month, but consistently. If you enjoy it 4 to 5 times a week, you give your body the chance to actually feel the difference. That's when you'll start noticing steadier numbers, more energy, and greater confidence that you're taking real steps to protect your heart. And here's where it all comes together: this one simple bowl is more than just food. It can be your daily act of self-care, a small choice you make for yourself that speaks louder than any pill ever could. Imagine starting each morning with a warm, nourishing bowl sitting in front of you. The steam rising, the scent of cinnamon wrapping around you like a hug, the gentle sweetness of honey waiting for that first spoonful. It's not just breakfast. It's not just food. It's medicine in disguise, delicious, simple, and made with love. So let's bring it all together, step by step, so you can make this recipe your own. Start with half a cup of oats, rolled oats or steel cut, whichever you prefer. These are the heart of the recipe, the foundation of steady energy and heart protection. Place them in a pot with 1 cup of water or, if you like a creamier texture, low-fat milk or even almond milk. Let it simmer gently, stirring now and then, until it softens into that warm, comforting base. Next, sprinkle in half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Not too much, just enough to bring that gentle warmth and to help your blood sugar stay steady. Stir it in while the oats are still cooking, letting the flavor spread through every bite. Now comes the final touch, 1 teaspoon of raw honey. Drizzle it over the top after the oats are done, so the natural enzymes and antioxidants stay intact. Stir lightly, or leave it as a golden swirl to enjoy spoon by spoon. And that's it, the complete recipe. Oats, water or milk, cinnamon, and honey. Simple, yet powerful. But don't stop there. You can make this bowl even more nourishing by adding a few extras. A handful of fresh berries, like blueberries or strawberries, adds natural sweetness and antioxidants. A sprinkle of chopped nuts, like walnuts or almonds, gives you healthy fats for your brain and heart. A spoonful of flaxseed or chia seeds adds fiber and omega-3s that protect your body from the inside out. Every little addition turns this from a basic meal into a powerhouse of healing. Here's where it becomes more than just a recipe, it becomes a lifestyle. Pair this breakfast with a gentle morning routine. After you eat, take a short walk around your home or garden. Stretch your arms, roll your shoulders, or do a few deep breathing exercises. It doesn't have to be intense. What matters is that you're moving your body, waking it up, and allowing that nourishing meal to fuel your energy for the day. This combination, eating with intention, moving gently afterward, is how you turn one simple meal into a ritual of self-care. A moment that reminds you every morning that you are in charge of your health. Because here's the truth, this isn't just about food. It's about taking control of your life, your choices, and your future. It's about aging with confidence, not fear. It's about proving to yourself every day that small steps, like one bowl of oats, cinnamon, and honey, can create big changes over time. Watching your health change with age can feel discouraging. The aches, the pills, the test results that don't always look the way you hoped, they can weigh heavily on your mind. Sometimes it feels like you're losing control, like your body is slipping away piece by piece. But here's the truth that so many people forget, every small choice still matters. Every simple step you take can add strength, independence, and life back into your days. This recipe we've been talking about, it's more than just a bowl of oats, cinnamon, and honey. It's more than food. It's a reminder that you still have power. It's proof that your body responds to kindness, to care, to nourishment. With every spoonful, you're not just filling your stomach, you're sending a message to your heart, your blood, your very cells. I am choosing life. I am choosing health. Instead of worrying about illness, what if you shifted your focus? Imagine starting your mornings not in fear of what might go wrong, but in confidence that you're doing something right. Imagine replacing anxiety with a quiet joy, knowing that small, consistent habits are slowly, gently healing your body from the inside out. This is the power of simple, joyful habits. They don't feel overwhelming. They don't demand perfection. They just ask you to show up for yourself, one day at a time. So here's my challenge to you, tomorrow morning, try this recipe. Sit down with it, breathe in the warmth, take that first bite, and notice how it makes you feel. Not just in your body, but in your spirit. Notice the calm, the steadiness, the quiet strength it gives you. And then remind yourself, you can do this again the next day, and the next. Because it's never too late. It's never too late to add health, energy, and joy back into your years. It's never too late to take control of your story. Aging does not mean surrender, it means stepping into wisdom, and using that wisdom to live with intention. Every spoonful is a choice. Every morning is a new chance. And your best days may still be waiting for you. Let's take a moment to recap what we've learned today. One simple bowl, made with oats, cinnamon, and honey, creates a powerful trio. Oats bring in soluble fiber that gently lowers cholesterol and steadies your blood sugar. Cinnamon works to make your body more sensitive to insulin, keeping those sugar spikes under control. And honey, in its natural raw form, carries antioxidants that protect your heart and reduce inflammation. 3 simple ingredients, 1 mighty recipe for health. But now I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever tried using food as medicine? Maybe you've noticed how a warm bowl of oats calms your morning. Or perhaps you've used cinnamon in tea, or honey in hot water to soothe your chest. Which of these ingredients do you believe helps you the most, oats, cinnamon, or honey? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because your experience could inspire someone else who's just starting their journey. And if you found today's video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Tips. Every day, we bring you simple, natural ways to stay healthy, happy, and strong in your golden years. Go ahead and tap that like button too, it helps this message reach more people who need it. Thank you for spending this time with me. Your health matters, your choices matter, and every small step you take can create a brighter tomorrow. Stay healthy, stay hopeful, and remember, your best years can still be ahead of you. I'll see you in the next video.